Hi everyone, I'm Nancy Ganzakoffer. I am a women's empowerment business coach. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about perfectionism, keystone habits, core values, decision making. All that plays into your time management. I sent a survey to you guys to say, what can I help you with? And the common denominator for all of you was time management. How do you do everything you want to do and get it done well? Let me tell you why I think I know a little bit about that. In my lifetime, I have been a banking executive, a personal trainer, a mommy of 3, ran a business and still running it for the last 14 years, and now I'm recreating myself again, doing what I've always wanted to do, which is help other women be successful business owners and have great balance in their life. But what's the main complaint? It is always that, I don't have time. How do you have time to do all that? So let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, the thing I had to give up the most in my life to get to where I am today is my perfectionism. If you get stuck on everything having to be presented perfectly, said perfectly, done perfectly, you will get locked up. You will spend a tremendous amount of time in your head wondering, could I have done that better? Should I have done this? Or I can't do it because I don't know enough. I don't know enough. I haven't presented myself properly enough. I need to keep working on it. Somebody taught me once, a resume being redone and redone and redone and never getting out the door is a resume that will never be seen. So what I decided to do in my own life is to be seen. I want you all to be seen. You're looking for clients, your clients that really connect with you. How do you do that? You need to be seen. So you have to give up on, I may not look perfect, I may not sound perfect, I don't feel perfect today, and just go for it. So one of my keys to getting things done is releasing perfectionism. No one is perfect, and trust me, they will relate a lot more to you if you show your imperfections, if you talk about the things that you may not have always done right, but you're there for them and giving them what they need to satisfy whatever job you do. That goes for your family, that goes for your business, that goes for your relationship. So releasing perfectionism and realizing it's okay, no one's perfect, is definitely my number one way of having more time in your life. And I know that may sound strange, and in the next 2 videos, I'll talk a little bit more about that and how that actually gains you more time in your day by letting that go. The other thing that I'm really key on is what's called keystone habits. Waking up every morning and knowing what you need to get done in the beginning of your day to make the rest of your day feel manageable. For example, I wake up every morning, I sit up in bed, I keep my phone down, I don't pick it up, and I sit there for 15 minutes and think about what my day looks like and what needs to be done, what has come into my calendar that I may not have had control of because we do all have children, or some of us have children, or dogs, or parents, or friends that need us, and often that is a priority for us. We are giving people. So I think about my day, and sometimes I get a little overwhelmed with how much I have to get done, and I just decide it's okay. I'm going to get done easily what's on my calendar and what I need to get done. I'm going to flow with it. I'm not going to stop and dwell on it and go, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And call everyone and go, I don't know how I'm going to get my whole day done. I have so much to do. And don't get me wrong, I do that. There are a couple of people, I try to keep it to 2 in my life, that know about my stresses. And I think that's healthy. People should know about your stresses. But if you're telling every single person you see and every single person you meet all your troubles and all your stresses and everything you're juggling, that's a big time waster. Most of the time, you can release what you need to release by being quiet with yourself, calming your brain. And some people call this meditation. I don't know, somehow the word meditation freaks me out. So I just go, you know what, I'm just going to be quiet, think about my day, think about how I'm going to manage my day, and I'm going to let it be easy. And I'm going to release my stresses to my 1 or 2 people that I rely on, and I'm not going to put my stress out there to every single person I meet. I'm always surprised by how many people tell everybody everything that's going on in their life, moment by moment, and the hours that they spend talking about it could truly be time you find in your day that you never knew you had. The other thing is my core values. I try to say no when things are not important to one of my core values. My family, my relationship, my house, myself, and my business. Those are kind of right now for me the most important values. And if somebody tries to come into my schedule and force their issues onto me that don't satisfy one of those things, I find a really kind way to say, you know what, I'm so sorry. Can we catch up another time? I have things that I have to move on to, but I'm there for you and I will try to contact you if you need me to. It's often a matter of, in that moment, they needed to vent, but as soon as you kind of take control and lead that conversation, they're okay. They understand. They have priorities too. And you've just helped them in their day find more time. One of my little tricks, I'm an extremely giving, compassionate person. I tend to attract people who want to chat, and I love that when I can. But when I can't, I really do try to be a leader in my own life and in my own day and gently guide them away from dwelling on something that they don't need to dwell on and move on. That allows me to keep control of my day. The other thing is I'm a really good decision maker, and that's something I want to help everyone with. Most decisions are not life or death, and people get so locked up. And again, the playing it over and over again in your head seems to be wasting so much time for people. If you're thinking about a decision, and I will be coming out with a decision-making system that could be helpful, you truly want to think, if I just do this and stop thinking about it, what's the worst thing that can happen? And what's the best thing that can happen? And if the best thing that can happen is it makes you feel great, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, you're trying something new, it is invigorating, and the energy that the decision making gives you is incredible. Everyone needs a little pep in their step. Decision making is one of the best ways to do it. I make a decision, I'm just going to go for it, and I go for it. And you know what? I readjust. I love to tell this story that when I became an art consultant, which was 14 years ago, I started out by selling my mother's artwork, who was an artist living in Vegas, and I'm here in New York. And she called me and she said, I'm giving away my artwork. I just have too many. I'm like, why would you do that? I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, but I'm looking to get back into work. My children are all doing well. Send it to me. What did I do? I started having home art parties, sticky tacking art to friends and family's walls and asking them to invite friends and family. People would come for wine, look at pretty art, learn a little bit about art, and sometimes they would buy. It really wasn't a very profitable business model at all, but I knew I was onto something, and I was waiting to see what came up. What came into my vision, and I was very open to see what came into my vision. One day an interior designer walked in to a party. She said, that's the perfect piece of art for my client. Can you bring it to the house? I'm going to design a whole bathroom around it. I was like, absolutely. Can you help us pick out framing? Sure I can. I knew nothing about framing. Went to a framer, found out what I had to know. Then another interior designer came and said, I need more variety. This is not enough for me. I said, okay, no problem. I went and I found more artists. As I grew, I realized interior designers were the way to market an art and accessory business. It was my niche. And I just grew it, and I learned what I had to learn to get it done. Did I know when I started out with that first home art party, or when I said to my mom, yes, send me your art, that I would end up being an art and accessory consultant here in New York and servicing many interior designers with their clients? I had no idea, but my eyes were open to see what the possibilities were. I made a decision to have home art parties, and I sticky tacked art to walls, and 14 years later, I'm a full-blown profitable business doing art and accessories. So what I'm saying to you is, sometimes you don't always know what that decision is going to end up looking like in the end, but if you keep your mind open and watch for opportunities, you will find them. So decision making and just moving forward is a time management tool that I believe so strongly in. Because if you don't make that decision, sometimes you just dwell and dwell and dwell, and you think about it, and then you start chasing other shiny objects. Well, maybe I should do this, and maybe I should do what that woman is doing. Make a decision to do what feels right for you, and go for it, and you will feel such relief, and you will find time that you never knew existed because you'll be energized. The last thing I really am focused on is priorities. And it kind of goes back to your core values. What are your priorities? What are your core values? And when you say yes or no and make decisions on what to put on your calendar, make sure it satisfies one of those items. So that's your first step. List out what are your core values and what are your priorities. When it comes to the keystone habits, I want to talk about that more in another video, but it's things like, what do you do when you first wake up in the morning? What do you need to get done before you start your day? By 8 o'clock in the morning, I swear to you, I feel so accomplished. And people have said to me, you get more done by 8 o'clock in the morning than I get done in an entire day. I'm like, you know what? Some days I do, most days I do. Do I fall off the wagon like everybody else? Absolutely. But most days I get more done because I know starting out my day with certain habits just makes the entire day flow better and keeps me happy. So stay tuned for the next 2 videos where I go more specifically into some of these categories and help you find more time in your day to do what you love, have great balance, and rock your business to the next level, because that's really what I'm all about. If you can find the time in your day, you'll have the ability to rock your business to the next level, which is what we all should be doing, because we all want to make money, we all want to have happiness, and we all want to have balance in our lives. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next 2 videos where we'll talk more about time management and how to get more time in your day. Bye.